Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos rectangular pendant. This is the 139640. You know, there's a lot of Exos fixtures in the line. There's also some great ones that can go over kitchen islands or semi-flush. Check them all out if you get a chance. Let's get into the size of the fixture body. It's independent of what it's going to be hanging from, these rods. We'll get into these in a little bit. It's coming in at 7.3 inches tall, 46.6 inches left to right. That's your length, or actually it's your width. And then your depth is coming in at 14.6. And those are going to be metal to metal measurements. The shade on this inside, which is made in the United States, just so you know, is going to be 42 inches by 10 by 6. So that is that. It's also a rectangular box shade that's open on the top and open on the bottom. The inside of it has a reflective coating, so it's going to be able to shoot light up and down. You get a lot of light out of this if you need to. Overall height, distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself is coming in as short as 15.1, which means this could be a semi-flush all the way to 54.1. If you need yours to be longer than 54.1, drop me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 139640 and tell me how long you need it to be from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, a solid number, not a range. And I will send that over to customs and we can get a custom quote back from you. We do custom lengths all the time, and we can also often go all the way up to like 2 stories, so we can make these pretty long if you need it to be. Canopy up on the ceiling is coming in at 5 inches by 15.4. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box, and this is coming in at 21.8 pounds, so it's not very heavy at all. So a couple of little things I want to show you, and a great way to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down. There's going to be a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list of all the parts you're going to be getting with this. You're going to notice on that parts list there's going to be a bottom glass diffuser. It's going to be frosted, so when you're looking up at this, you're not going to be able to see your socket, so don't worry about that. And then if you're looking down on this from a second story, like a stairway or a balcony, you're not going to be able to see the sockets either, because the top has a perforated metal grill that acts as a diffuser as well. Okay, so you'll notice another thing on that install sheet. There's going to be a chart, and that chart's going to show you which combinations of which of these rods you're going to use to get to the overall heights they have listed right there. And Hubbardton's using the system of interconnected pipes. Basically, they have threading on the inside of each end, and you're going to be connecting them with these little connectors. So you're going to be getting 6 of the 12-inch, you're going to be getting 2 of the 6-inch, you're going to get 2 of the 3-inch, and you're going to just put them together very, very simply. So how we like to do this as far as putting things together, the shade's not going to go on to the end, the diffuser won't go on to the end. You're going to take a table, kind of like this one, you're going to put a blanket down, protect the table. You're going to take the part that has the sockets, you're going to put that at one end, and first you're going to figure out which of these pipes you're going to need to get to the overall height you need, and then you're going to put those parts down little by little, and you're going to put the wires through them one by one. So you're going to go through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector. You're going to exit the canopy up on the ceiling, and then you're pretty much good to go. Once it's up, you can put the diffuser on, and you can put the shade on. You'll notice that's all in that installations instructions PDF. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees in one direction only. If you're going to be using this on a slope ceiling, get in touch with me so I can show you how it goes onto slopes. And then when you have all those pieces together, or getting together, you're just going to screw them together. So the pipes screw together beautifully, like I did a second ago. And you'll notice when they're all together, the seam on this is almost invisible. The engineering is really, really good on their parts. They're very, very good at what they do. Okay, moving on, let's talk about what's going on as far as what comes out of this light-wise, and you can get a ton of light out of this. This is a great fixture for a lot of different reasons. You're going to notice there's 4 sockets, medium base sockets, medium base bulb. They're going to be on their sides. You've got 4 of these. You've got one like this, one like that, one like this, one like that. And they're going to be able to shoot light up, down, and out, which is awesome. So, if you want to stick with incandescent, you can still do that. Up to 100 watts in each of these sockets. That'd be 400 watts of incandescent light. You could do it, but I don't think you really need to, because there's so many great LEDs that are out there that do the job better. So it's going to be an A19 recommended size light bulb that you could squeak by with an A20 if you needed to, but I don't think you need to after I tell you what these can do. A19s in LED land can be out there in lots of different ways. So you're going to notice when you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, my drugstore in Vermont, my grocery store in Vermont sells these A19 LEDs. They're going to be offering these to you in lots of different ways. Like I said, they're going to offer these to you in 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent. I was at a Home Depot last night and I bought 100 watt equivalent versions of this, and I'm going to be using them in probably one of these fixtures, or maybe one just like this, because I want to show people how much light you can really get out of it. That's 400 equivalent of light. A lot of lumens coming out. So when I pick these up, I noticed when I'm looking at all the light bulbs, they offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light, like a setting sun. They also offer these to you in something called daylight. Daylight sounds like it should be a warm white. Not a fan here. That's that bluish white light, like a hospital waiting room, and not something I like. But some people do like it because it's a very bright light. That's going to be that bluish white light, 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. That's what I picked up last night. And the same deal with these. These are the Cobb LEDs that are in a white plastic diffuser. These are the phosphorus LEDs that I kind of like, but both of them are fine. They're going to give out the same kind of light. As far as, it just depends on what you pick when you're out there. And you can get these online too, don't forget, if you don't want to go out and about. Anyway, so 3000 Kelvin is what we like to use, warm white, soft white, and that's the light coming down on me from these LEDs above. So there you go. It's a dimmable fixture. When I put those 100 watt equivalent LEDs in, that'd be 400 watts equivalent of light coming out, and you know I want to put this on a rheostat, a dimmer. Just make sure you tell, well, to begin with, buy dimmable bulbs. It's going to be pretty important, and I had to look at that last night on the box when I was at Home Depot. And you can make sure that you talk to your installer, tell them you're using a dimmable LED so they put the right dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime.
And thanks for stopping in.